Hello everyone, welcome to Shardeum. This is Suhas, contributor and community moderator of Shardeum. So in this video we are actually going to learn about transaction level consensus which Shardeum uses, and I hope everyone has heard about block level consensus. Yeah, let's learn about this. So first, block level consensus. So in blockchain there are blocks which are interconnected with each other that forms a blockchain. So, and now each block actually consists of some data. In case of Bitcoin blockchain, it consists of transactions, or Ethereum blockchain, it consists of transactions. Now there are about 2200 plus or minus when it comes to Bitcoin blockchain, and there are around 7 plus or 70 transactions in a block in Ethereum chain. So now these when transactions are actually added to this block, they are gone through a consensus. So so basically, what is consensus? Let's say there are 5 nodes or 10 nodes in a blockchain, and when a miner do some mining work and actually solve transactions and add it to a block, then this block actually gossiped to all the nodes in the blockchain, so that if miner has done any just thing, it can be identified, and the best legitimate block gets to be created in this particular blockchain. That's how consensus work. So yeah, this thing continues, and blocks are get formed in the blockchain, and that's how thing works. So when the consensus occurs in a block level, then it's called as block level consensus. So now if you have understood how block level consensus work, let's go to transaction level consensus. Shardeum actually follows proof of stake plus proof of quorum consensus. In this, transaction level consensus is followed. So let's understand proof of quorum. Proof of quorum is basically, let's say there are 5 nodes in the consensus, and now when transaction 1 is passed to these nodes, what actually happens is they actually validate this transaction. Now let's consider there are 5 nodes, and 3 of them actually voted yes and validated this transaction. Now what actually happens is, due to majority, the transaction 1 gets passed consensus and it will get added to the block, and the same happens to the transaction, and it will again get to into the block, and then this process continues, and every transaction gets added to the block until the block gets actually filled. So that's how transaction level consensus work. When a consensus actually occur at a transaction level, then it's transaction level consensus, and when a consensus occur at block level, then it's called as block level consensus. So now so we have transactions, bulk of transactions in a block, and the block is filled. Now what happened to this block is, this block actually gets added to the archive node. So as we know, there are 3 nodes in the Shardeum. One is a validator node, second is archive node, and third one is standby node. So archive node actually stores all the complete data in it, and validator nodes which actually participate in the consensus and validate transactions, these nodes only store lightweight of data, or lightweight of history of blockchain in it, and archive nodes actually store complete blockchain data in it. So what is the advantage of transaction level consensus compared to the block level consensus is, there is when the transactions added to the block and block level consensus is done, it takes a huge amount of time, decreasing the transactions per second in any blockchain. When we use transaction level consensus, there is faster transactions per second. So that's how transaction level consensus work, and the advantage of transaction level consensus over block level consensus. So that's it for the video. Thank you.